about to let y'all know how we rep the Cowboys out here in the DMV.
It's your boy John G back with another one. It's Friday. I know that I was supposed to get out the scouting report on Wednesday, but guys, if you understand what my week is like, my wife is a cheerleading coach. I am a football coach. So this week was competition week. Competition week was hell. So it's pretty much been me being dad, mom, all of the above in the household. So it's been really tough. But you know what? It's Friday. I'm going to get out a scouting report anyway. So we have the Houston Texans. We're playing the Houston Texans on Sunday night. And this is going to be a tough one. It's actually a trap game in my opinion because you don't know exactly where the Houston Texans are. Sometimes they show flashes of being a really good team. And sometimes they show you that they can be in the dumps. So, in my opinion, this is one of those middle-in-the-road type games like the Detroit game is. And so, the Houston Texans can play up to their competition. They can also play down to their competition. So, what do you got to do against the Houston Texans? Well, we know one thing. They can get after the quarterback with J.J. Watt. And Jadeveon Clowney is a freaking animal. So, whatever problems that we're having up front, I think that it got better last game, but we have to continue to get better, and especially this week, because I think that just those two alone are probably the scariest of the front seven duo combos that we're going to see this year. And Dak Prescott is going to probably have to get the ball out quick. What we're going to have to do is we're still going to have to find ways to run the football. The reason that I say that is because when the ball is coming at you, when you have blockers constantly coming at you, it can wear on you. And we don't want to get in a position where we're down to where we have to pass, because then they can peel their ears back a little bit. But one thing that we have not been able to do, offensively, I think we've done a pretty good job of not really turning the ball over too much this year. We have turned it over at costly times, but I believe that we can't turn the ball over this game because the Houston Texans offense, they're kind of weird. So if it's a close game, the Houston Texans offense is kind of stagnant, you know. They don't really get going until they're really down, or if they're in a shootout type battle. They're not going to come out guns a-blazing on you and just blow you the hell out. The Houston Texans suffer from what we suffer from, in my opinion, and that is close game syndrome. They're going to be in the close game no matter what. So what we have to do is, I don't want to get in a point to where we're blowing them out and then Deshaun Watson gets his traction and is just coming down, running, tossing, throwing all over the place. We got to find a way to systematically beat them throughout the course of the game and just win a close game. If it gets to a shootout, or if it gets to us being up by a whole bunch and then they get some momentum coming back, they're going to win that type of game. That's just appears that that's what the Houston Texans want to do. I think that what we need to do is slow the pace of the game and be able to control the ball by running. Now, I know that it can be boring, me having the same game plan as far as our offense, but that's what our offense is, man. Our best player by far is Ezekiel Elliott. And you want to make sure that he's getting the most touches, and you want to make sure that his touches, when he is getting them, are effective, that you're not wasting his energy on BS. I think that the Cowboys did a really good job of that last week. I also think that the Cowboys did a really good job of tempo, because if you guys are paying attention, the Cowboys did not allow the play clock to get down to 1 all the time, to where the defense got a final look at what they're doing as well. The Cowboys got to the line a little bit quicker. We were a lot more decisive at the line, and that's what I want to see. Being decisive at the line means that we know what we're seeing and we know exactly what it is that we want to execute. So offensively, that's what I think needs to happen. A lot of quick hitters. We got to do things to make them not want to send pressure. You know, to where when they do send pressure, or if they're sending Jadeveon Clowney off the edge, they're going to pay for it. That's where we need to attack them. We have some speed on the outside with Tavon Austin. We have some quickness on the inside with Cole Beasley. Right now, we're not really killing them downfield as much, but I think that the up-tempo offense can work for us, and spreading them out a little bit and controlling what they do defensively by our looks on offense. I think that that's what we need to do. Defensively, I believe that we just got to find a way to... Hopkins is a beast, man. Let's just keep it 100. Hopkins is a beast. I think that it might not be a bad idea to shadow him with Byron this week, because what I have noticed is that teams are just not throwing Byron's way. Or maybe we could take Awuzie and double that way a lot this week, because Hopkins is a complete monster, and I just don't want to get beat by him. You can beat me by anybody else. If Will Fuller has a freaking career day, Will Fuller will have a career day, but we don't want to make this easy on Deshaun Watson, because Deshaun Watson has struggled some this year, but what I saw last week was a guy who got his confidence back. He looked like the quarterback that we thought he was going to be. So, the police pulled up next to me. Let me be a little bit careful, but yeah, I think that this is a very winnable game, but it's at the same time it's a trap game. And the Cowboys just have to come out and play Cowboy football. Run the ball, run it effectively, don't turn the ball over. And we have to get turnovers this week, though. That hasn't been Cowboy football, but it needs to become Cowboy football, because we have not made it easy on our offense at all with field position. So hopefully we can make it a little bit harder on the shorter quarterback Watson this week by keeping him in the pocket, getting some long arms on footballs, maybe getting some tipped balls and stuff like that. But that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think. What do the Cowboys have to do to beat the Houston Texans? Was my game plan sufficient, or do you have a better one? Let's have the discussion. All right, guys. Peace.
JG about to let y'all know how we rep the Cowboys out here in the DMV.